On today's podcast, we have none other than the man ScottyRotten, and we talk about how his journey went from 10 months being a Twitch viewer to transitioning into a Twitch streamer. And we talk about all things content creation and mental health and all these things that are quite important when it comes to your content creation journey. So don't forget to stick around till the end. And if you did enjoy this content, leave a like, leave a comment, keep those notifications on, and most importantly, hit that subscribe button so you know when my next video goes live. If you want to get involved in these live streams and you want to ask any questions regarding live streaming, then come and join me on my Twitch channel. We are live every Thursday, 9 o'clock UK time, where I'll have a new streamer come in and talk about their journey and we can get into it. But till next time, guys, stay safe, take care, and have a good one. What's going on, Scotty, man? How are we doing? What's going on, bro?
Hey, how we doing there, man? Pretty good, pretty good. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that lead up, man. You got me all hyped up there. I'm not nothing here but disappointment. I'm sorry.
What are you chatting about, man? Don't be like that. You can't say things like this. You're supposed to be like, yeah, man, that's right. I'm bringing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing it.
That's my self-deprecating sense of humor, man. I got to take the joke myself, so that gives me the right to make fun of all of you people too. So, and when I say that, I really mean it. Anyhow, how you doing, PJ? We're really happy to be here, man. This is awesome. I'm so grateful and appreciative that you asked me to be on here. I don't know what you're gonna get from my brain, but you can start digging if you want. See what's in there. I have no idea myself.
Well,
You said I'm a Lego streamer, more of a just chatter. I would agree with that. I'm more of a Lego hoarder who decided to start streaming. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having a lot of fun.
Good. Well, I'm happy to have you on, man. I'm glad you gave up the time to come join us over here. I do appreciate it, bro. But I want to give a minute over to you just to tell everyone who you are and what it is you do on your channel.
Well, I'm ScottyRotten68. I would have been ScottyRotten69 if I were born in '69, but I missed it by like a month. So I'm ScottyRotten68. So everyone thinks that's a joke on '69, but it's not. No. Yeah, I jumped into Twitch. Would have been March of 2021. Yeah, it would have been March 2021 with the local brick shop, who is an associate of mine I've known for about a decade. I've been going to his shop for that long. And with COVID being off, he started streaming and he started telling his customers, hey, I'm on Twitch, come check us out. So I got on there. My first night on Twitch was a stream with local. Then we raided over to Zach M. Rutledge. Then we raided to Panfred Nudo. Then we raided to Amish Ace. So we kind of hit like 4 of the big ones in the first night, and I was hooked and I was all in. And I've been on Twitch pretty much every day since, I think that was March 15th of last year. And then at some point in the summer, enough people were telling me, hey, when are you going to start streaming? When are you going to start streaming? And I got that in my head myself. So in January, I think it was the 15th of January too, right in the middle of the month, I started streaming myself because I have a massive amount of Lego and the ability to never shut up. So
it's like the perfect combination, isn't it?
It is kind of, yeah. What are we looking at over here? Hey, Lego Puckboy, good to see you, friend. Good to see you. Lego Puckboy, he's one of my mods. A fantastic streamer himself.
Hey, what's going on, Lego Puckboy, man? Welcome in. Thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate you coming through, buddy. I hope you're feeling well. Hope you're doing good, and I hope you enjoy your time here with us. So you started your journey as a viewer, not as a streamer.
Yes,
in Twitch. Absolutely. So I want to talk more about the viewer aspect to begin with before we delve into the streamer side of things. Because I always think it's good to get people's opinions on what they look for in a streamer, and especially as you came into it as a viewer, not as a streamer, and the streamer came later. So I mean, what actually got you into watching streams? Like, what was it that made you go to Twitch and start watching this stuff?
Was the fact that I personally knew someone who was streaming local. I mean, I knew him personally and I've known him for years. Right. So it was interesting to interact with him online because there's someone like I already had a banter with, already had a chat with. And at the same time, I found this community out there. The Lego community in particular is what I found first. We're going to talk about that after, I'm sure. But I found this group of people who were like me, who all had a bunch of Lego at home, who were adults, but were kids at the same time. And they were doing this silly hype train emote, what the hell is going on here kind of thing. And at first I was just shaking my head like, this is just nonsense, silly. Because I'm not a social media guy. I'm not an online guy. I just have always avoided computers and whatnot. And I got pulled into this. I found this community that I didn't know existed. And I'm just all in now. I'm just all in. So many good friends here. IRL friends because of local and the unique situation I was brought into this with him having the store, just close to here, and bring all his customers in. Not only did he have this instant stream community, but all of us here locally met each other. Hagar the Great 70 is a personal friend of mine who lives just around the corner. Testing Time, another friend of mine. The guy responsible for putting this together is another friend of mine. Hyena Plus, Alaric, Zach Boy, Baby Oil of Truth. There's a whole bunch of people in there who I know personally because we all came from the one source because local store brought us here. So that's unique in Twitch. That's unique that I know so many people in real life that are also a stream, because I know a lot of people don't know a single person in real life from stream because they may be living remotely or wherever whatever their circumstances may be. It is unique to have IRL friends here.
Yeah, it is very unique to your situation because it is rare that this happens. Like I know Tomo, I know Robmeister General, I know Ram in real life, but I think that's about as far as it goes in IRL with people that I know who stream. But yeah, it's definitely unique to your situation. But that's amazing, man, that you know so many people, like, and have a genuine connection with these people, and it's not just through Twitch. Although Twitch is great at making friends and bringing people together, to actually have these people as your friends outside of the stream, outside of everything, is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah.
I recognize how unique it is in the communities we have here. It's just most people don't have that. And there are others out there, like the Bricks Minifig stores that I see. They could potentially have the same thing going on if they network it the same way. There's potential for it. But you're not going to get it from someone who's running a Lego store. You're going to have to get it from a reseller somewhere. And if you look at local, I mean, this guy's he's exploding out there, right? He's on all the socials. His stream's blowing up because he's doing it right. And he's an example of what you can do in this community if you really want to dedicate yourself to it. Now that's not me yet. I don't have a single social yet. I've got to remedy that. I understand that I need to get a couple socials and get them all working together, but I'm not there yet because I'm very much still a noob to Twitch and streaming and basic online communities. It's new to me. This is my first one, if you can believe that.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, look, being involved in your streams and see what goes on. I mean, you're doing it right, but clearly because of the way your streams go.
Well, thank you.
But we are swiftly moving over to the streamer side. I want to pull us back into the viewer side.
Sorry. Yep.
No, it's all good, man.
I do wander.
Well, I knew there'd be a lot of going back and forth with you because you like I say, being in your streams, man, you can go from one subject and then talk about something completely different that has no connection to this previous subject, and yet somehow the merge feels natural. So yeah,
and forget 3 subjects along the way somehow too.
So
I have a knack for that.
What makes a good streamer in your eyes?
Someone who's outgoing. You have to have an outgoing personality. You can't be too quiet. You have to be outgoing. You have to be able to talk. Someone who's engaging, someone who really, really likes what they do. They don't have to be knowledgeable or skillful, but if they're engaging and talkative and humorous and entertaining in how they do it, and if they can foster a community that has all those aspects too, that's what makes a good streamer, I think. You have to have a passion for what you're doing, for one thing, and you have to really want to be there. And like I said, I mean, it's streams where if I go into a stream and there's no conversation either in the chat or with the streamer, I'm not there long. There needs to be a conversation. And I'll find that It can be either. It can be a streamer who just talks a lot and there's not much going on in chat, or a streamer who interacts with chat and the chat themselves just goes off and there's one-liners and people bantering back and forth. It doesn't matter for me. It's either. And that always seems to be the focus over what they're actually doing. I've found that has morphed over the years, because when I first got in, I was watching what they're building and look at the set. Oh, this guy's building an R2. Oh, look at this guy's building a UCS Starfighter, whatever, right? And I was totally absorbed by what they were doing. Now I watch streams that might be crocheters, might be Gundam, might be making knives, might be playing D&D. And I've sort of morphed into all these other ones, and that's because of the community and the streamer, and not so much the content. And we're seeing more of that, I think, now in the arts and crafters.
I mean, I can't speak
much to the gaming community because I'm not from there, and I just wanted to point that I'm not really from the gaming community, so I don't have much perspective on how this relates to gaming. And I know you and a lot of your viewers are gamers, so I just wanted to point that out.
I'm a mixed bag of tricks, man. I don't relate to just one specific type of stream, I feel, because I hold this podcast, I build Lego on stream, and I play games as well. And in the hopefully not too distant future, I'll be bringing drumming to stream as well, which I'm very much looking forward to doing. But I just want to say welcome in, John Struckman. How you doing? Thank you so much for joining the stream. I appreciate you coming through, buddy. I hope you're doing well, man. I hope you're doing well. But I agree with what you're saying. Like, engagement from the broadcaster, the streamer themselves, is absolutely paramount in order to keep me within your stream. So if someone's just sat there and they've just got their controller and they're just playing, take for example, Call of Duty Warzone, yeah, and they're not really paying attention to the chat and they're just so focused in on the game, and people are typing in the chat and they're not interacting with them, then what's the point in streaming? I mean, are you there just to show everyone how good you are on Call of Duty? I mean, to me, the whole point of streaming is to interact with people that come into your stream. Now, I say this, but I'm kind of doing this right now with this podcast. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I see people are typing in chat and I want to say hello to them. I can see you all typing away and I appreciate the hell out of you all being here. But at the same time, the podcast is about you and getting to know you as a content creator and as a viewer. So yeah, do you see the dilemma that's there?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So from time to time, before I even ask you the question, I'm always like, "Yo, what's going on? Welcome in." Like, so I can give, like, so I can acknowledge people that come in, because it's unbelievable. To this day, I mean, I'm nearly a year and a half in my streaming journey that people still turn up to my streams and people come out. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just mind blowing that people, because time is the most precious commodity we have as humans. And 3 hours of me and you chatting about Twitch and stuff like that and people being involved in it it's unbelievable, because someone's just spent 3 hours listening to me and you chatting about it, and then I take this VOD and I put this on YouTube after editing it, and then people might spend another 3 hours listening to the VOD. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's mind-blowing. It's absolutely mind-blowing. But so we know what makes a good streamer for you, and you've also answered what makes you stay in a stream, but and you also answered what do you value most from the streamer as well. You've answered a lot of questions here, man.
I'm sorry, I'll try to give less information in the future.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. And I knew this is how it was going to go with you, because you're such a chatty man. So don't worry about it, dude. We love you too, Tom, man. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that, dude. I appreciate that. So when you're browsing Twitch, when you first got to the platform and you were chilling with the people that you knew, yeah, did you ever browse around and look at other people's content from outside of that's very sort of specific Lego community?
Not at first. The first couple months, I was pretty strict with the streams that I followed. I didn't even understand the follower thing back then. I didn't follow many people. And I went through at one point last summer. I had like a bunch of follows. I don't go to any of these streams, and I unfollowed a bunch of people. And I wouldn't do that now. I look at follows much different now. Follows are free. Follows really mean nothing if you don't want to follow somebody. turn off their notifications. You never see them again, but you help that streamer. So I'm always saying that stream, follow everyone. And now I would never go through and unfollow anyone. I simply don't do that. But at the beginning, it was strictly Lego streams. It was Lego streams. And then I don't know how, I think it was AZ Pinoy. Stream. He started talking about Prophet DNA doing the emotes, and I got into Prophet stream, and he was doing other things, and I can't really remember. It started from Lego, but I think it was other people in those streams that were from other communities that I ended up going to, like crocheters and diamond painters and things like. I like the ladies, so there's a lot of ladies there. Sorry, folks. If you wonder why is this guy in crochet streams? Because I'm the only dude there, guys. I'm the only dude with like 15 ladies. It's a lot of fun. just
strolling in the Twitch chat like, yo, what's going on, ladies? How are we feeling?
Just say no, not like brides, not like a bridesmaids or wedding crashers, not like wedding crashers or nothing like that. No, but yeah, then I find myself in different streams where it wasn't Lego, and then I got to a point where all of a sudden I realized that it's about, like I said, it's about that community, and it's about the chat too. Another thing I'd like to say but when coming into a stream, if I come into a stream. And you guys might want to note this. You might want to note this yourself because it really is pertinent in my opinion. If you come into a stream and you say hi and you're in a new stream and nobody greets you in the chat, that's a pretty bad feeling. When you just no one can be bothered to say hello. When you walk into a stream, if you're a mod or a VIP, you kind of have a responsibility, I feel, to that streamer to represent them and to say hi to somebody new. And if one or two people step up to somebody new coming into the stream, you probably just got to follow. Because they're like, whoa, cool stream, cool people, right on, welcoming right away. And that's the kind. If I go to a stream and you get the ghosts, you get the crickets when you say hi. If I come into a new stream, say hi, and nothing happens in a minute, I'm gone. No matter what they're doing, I'm gone. That's not a community that's engaging, and you haven't engaged your community to be welcoming. So. And I encourage my community all the time. When someone comes in, please, everyone say hi, because it's a terrible feeling, and that's not what this community is about. We're about inclusiveness, right?
Yeah, I mean that's one thing that I always ask. I don't ask. I'm very fortunate to have within my community is like most people are so welcoming into the stream. I mean, it's one of the reasons why. I asked Tomo to be a mod was how welcoming he is when people come in, and he's always there. I mean, again, you lucky, like there's so many people within my community that's outside of the Lego community I'm talking about here that are so welcoming, and I'm truly grateful for it, because when someone new does come in, you can't see that on chat when you're not the streamer or a moderator. You can't see when a first-time chatter comes into the building. Only the streamer and the moderators can see first-time chatters. That sign that comes up in chat and says first-time chatter. So you see it as a streamer, and you know to welcome that first-time chatter. But the rest of chat doesn't know that, and it's good to see that everyone's so welcoming. And yeah, it's absolutely an amazing thing. And I would just like to say, welcome in, Dragon Goddess. How are we doing? Thank you so much for joining the stream. I appreciate you coming through. How are you feeling today? I hope you're well. Scotty's the ladies, man. Yeah, well, apparently so. I mean, he's out there in these bridal streams. You know what I'm saying?
If you guys were wondering at the start of the stream there when you played that clip, who that was beside me, that was Dragon Goddess 1066. She came up for a holiday earlier in the year. She stayed with me for a week, and we had a blast building Lego, and Testing Time was here, and we had a big co-stream. There was a bunch of stuff went on. It was really cool. Cool. But good to see you, Dragon. Good to see you.
So I have a feeling I know the answer to this, but there's plenty of people here who don't. So who are some of your favorite streamers, and why are they some of your favorite streamers?
Oh,
and I'm not looking for a list of a million people. Give me three.
No. Three of my favorites. Well, I mentioned her already. Terrific Asherific. She streams during the day. She's off now. She's rated now, but she's on during the day, and she's a chill gamer, Lego, art. She'll do all kinds of variety of things, and she can swear like a sailor at times. She has a great sense of humor, and I've really enjoy her stream. Who else would I say I really like? Another one would be Hyena Plus, who's right. another variety streamer. He's actually someone I know in real life. He's someone I met and associate with now. And he's a fantastic streamer doing D100 and Lego and painting, and he does all kinds of stuff too. Now, as for a third streamer, there's so many. There's just so many quality streamers. But I would have to say someone who I've always admired and looked up to in the community is AZ Pinoy. AZ Pinoy has always been fantastic. Great content, great community, always positive, and great family man. And I've said this before, but I'll say this again. Something about the Filipinos in the Lego community, they overrepresent, because they all represent family and community so well. The Tagalog community here is just fantastic. I just want to say that again, as I've said that many times before. I don't know how they are so fantastic and why there's so many, but I kind of wish I was Filipino at times, because they're just that awesome. Now, there's my three.
So
cheers.
Cheers. I've got orange soda. I've got grape
juice. No beer.
I'm living that rock and roll lifestyle right now, man. Do you know what I'm saying? So what makes you go, well, I mean, you're so tied up within the Lego community and you were from the begin with. I mean, it's kind of difficult to ask you this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway and see what happens. So what makes you go from just watching a stream to interacting with the stream and then joining their Discord and becoming a full flight member of their community?
Well, at this point in streaming, it's who's in the community already. If all my friends are there and it's a streamer I know, it's an easy choice to jump into that Discord. And Discord still, to me, it's still something I'm learning about. And it's a very big and daunting thing. and I'm not overly active in Discord, but really, again, it speaks to who's there. If all my friends are there and people I've been hanging out with here for a long time are there, I'll be there too. That's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
So going with the pack here.
Yeah, I mean, Discord can take up a lot of your time outside of stream, because you're talking to everybody. So I always go in my Discord every day whenever I've got a free second, and I'm always like, yo, how's everyone doing? What's everyone up to? How's everyone feeling today? I'm always posting my updates of what's going on in my next stream, or if something's changed about a stream or something like that. But yeah, Discord is a great way of maintaining and building friendships with people that you wouldn't necessarily be able to do because of distance and things like that. It's really such a great tool to utilize to create this like a close-knit community. But yeah, Discord, when I first started, it was daunting. It was like, oh my god, look at all these things there. What is going on right now? Yeah. But I just want to welcome. Can I just welcome in Claude Wig? What's going on, man? Good to see you, bro. How you doing? Claude Wig, man. I'm glad you're here, dude, because I need you to check your Discord messages. I sent you a Discord message, bro, and I really need you to check it and get back to me, bro, because you are a VIP on my channel for the month, and you have entrance music. I need you to send me a 5 to 7 second clip of the sound you would like to make when you enter the stream, dude. And Kirksey, what's going on, man? How you doing? Welcome in, Mr. Regular. I see you, #regular here. How you feeling, bro? Thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate you coming through. But yeah, so do you ever watch a streamer's VODs?
Yes.
You do? What makes you watch the VODs?
If there's something that happened in there, I'll go looking for it. Like, and I'll even, if I'm in a stream and I've come back and something's just happened that I want to see, you'll see me dropping uptime. I'll then uptime see how long or else. So I can go into the VOD and I go exactly to the minute where I want to see. And you'll see me doing that a lot in streams. I'll drop an uptime. That's usually me putting a marker in for myself to know where to go look in the VOD for something.
Okay.
If you've never thought of that before, folks, if you want to find something in a VOD that just happened to that, you'll know where to go right away. Not have to go trolling through the whole thing for the scene you want to find. It actually happened last night in the stream I was watching. I come back, there's a whole bunch of conversation going on that I missed. So it's like, okay, uptime. I got to check this out tomorrow.
But I mean, I don't just mean like stream markering so you can capture certain things from the stream. I mean, have you ever watched a full VOD, like from start to finish?
Yes.
And
yes.
What? Go on.
Well, for one, more and more. more and more. And I don't want to. I mean, there's the comparison. I don't mean to make the comparison, but he does the same sort of thing where he interviews other streamers, and like this here, I consider that essential content. I go back and I watch his VODs because he's interviewed some big streamers. Yours I would consider the same because it's. I'm going to be a little bit gushing here, but it's not just content for content's sake. You're making content that is for content creators, and that is a step above, and that is commendable in my opinion. And that in my opinion is must-see content. So that's really the only other stream that I go watch VODs. I have on occasion for others that I've missed, but normally I don't because I'm more interested in being in a live chat or doing something myself. It's hard to watch a VOD because there's no interaction. It's almost like sitting there watching a movie, and I want to do something else. I've got so used to interaction. A VOD can be difficult to do, which I'll tend to watch it while I'm doing something else, and I'm not really watching it.
I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. VODs, unless it's something you can sit and listen to like a podcast or something like that, then yeah, it can be difficult to go back and watch a VOD. But I've always found it crazy. Do you not find it crazy? Like, do you ever listen back, like watch back your VODs? Do you ever do that?
At the beginning, I watched a couple of them completely just to sort of critique myself and give myself nightmares.
I mean, I do it with every stream I do. I always watch it and listen to it back just so I can track this audio level. Oh, that audio level's too high. This needs to be brought down. Oh, this camera isn't right. I need to change this effect. This emote isn't working, and I kind of analyze my stream on quite a big level. But what blows my mind is the VOD view count. So how many views your VOD has had. So there's very clearly a market out there for people watching back VODs. And
do you understand the analytics? Like what qualifies as a view? If someone watches for 2 minutes, does that qualify as a view?
This, I don't know. I don't know the answer to this.
I've wondered that myself so many times because I'll come in the next day and the next day there'll be already 150 views, and I'm like, well, there's no way 150 people watch the whole VOD. It doesn't seem like that happened.
It doesn't seem realistic. But I honestly, I don't know. It's something I'd have to Google and try and find out. I really don't know. But it'd be interesting to find out what constitutes as a view on your VOD. I mean, is it when someone visits your page and your last VOD plays automatically that counts as a view, or is it a case of something else? Like, is it a case of they have to be in it for 10 minutes, 20 minutes before it counts? Yeah,
I have no idea. I mean, they must have some kind of analytics for it, right?
Yeah, of course. There'll be something that constitutes a view marker on your VOD. Absolutely. So I want to know, as a viewer, this is not as a streamer, as a viewer, would you change anything about Twitch?
As a streamer?
No, as a viewer.
As a viewer?
Yeah.
Holy jump! And that's a big question. That makes me feel like SpongeBob feels now all of a sudden. Well, first of all, as a viewer, I would give us a far better mobile app. The mobile app is just wretched the mobile experience in comparison to the online experience or the PC experience is vastly inferior, and more expensive too.
The mobile app sucks.
That's really not a question I really thought about. That's a good question. Then you caught me on that. I don't know what I would suggest for Twitch to improve it. I really don't.
It's a tough one.
Perhaps a little more support in keeping the bots out. There seems to be an awful lot of bots coming along. I know last year they had the hate rate thing that was going on. I never experienced one, but I've heard about them.
I've seen them. It's not fun.
But I hope that's something they can do more about. And just simply bots, like every single stream. If you're a mod, you're not going to have 1 or 2 bots, maybe 3 bots every single stream. Why can't they have better AI or whatever they're doing to get rid of this stuff?
Yeah,
that would be a question.
It'd be nice if they could recognize that something's been, like, they've done it once in one chat and then they could just get rid of it, and that'd be that. Yeah. But the problem is there's so many of these bot makers out there that are just churning out these bots that it's such a mammoth task to get rid of them. I mean, there is an app or a website, called Root Commander, and you can pre-ban all of these known Twitch bots from Root Commander. It takes a long time, though. Commander. It takes a long time. But yeah, Root Commander.
I've seen that name.
It bans.
I don't know where I've seen that name, but I've seen it. Sorry.
Yeah, it's probably because it turns up in a lot of people's Twitch chat viewer list, even when you're not online.
A bot?
Yeah, as a bot, but it's not active. It doesn't say anything in your chat. It's in your chat. So I mean, if I was to go through my chat list now, chances are, it's not there actually. Wow, this is a first. It's not there. Never mind.
Yeah, I've seen it before too. I didn't know what it was. Cool.
Yeah, but Root Commander is definitely the tool. I just want to say welcome in, Ray. What's going on? How you doing? Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining the stream, buddy. I appreciate you all coming through. By the way, I just want to put a quick reminder out there for everybody. If you have a question for either myself or the legend that is ScottyRotten, I have a channel point. It costs 1 channel point. You can use it as many times as you want. Type your question in there. And it will save to my PC so I can bring this up towards the back end of the stream and we can get into all of your questions. It doesn't matter whether it's something now and we answer it in 2 hours time or whether it's something 10 minutes from when we answer. The point is we will get to it and we will not lose it because it will be saved to my my computer. Also, there's a little segment at the end of the stream that I want to do with Scotty, but this involves all your guys at I need your guys to participate in this one. So are you listening? Are you listening, everybody? Are you listening with me? So
let's not.
It's called Story Time. It costs 1 channel point and you can all redeem it once per stream. So Tomo can redeem it, Ray can redeem it, you Lucky can redeem it, Dragon Goddess can redeem it. And you basically type in a story and it continues on from one another. So someone could write once upon a time, someone else could write there was 3 bears, and someone else can write had a pickaxe, and so on and so forth. And basically utilize it. Try and come up with some crazy ass funny ass story that me and Scotty can read at the end of the stream and see if we can get some laughs out of it, because I've always wanted to see this. I've always wanted to see it. Yo, Heroic Jewel in the building. What's going on, Heroic? How you doing? Welcome in. Thank you for joining the stream. I appreciate you coming through. How are you doing? And I'm good. We've got ScottyRotten over here. He's a legend over in the Lego streaming world, and I appreciate him taking the time to come out with us. But yeah, can we get a shout out for Heroic as well, please, Tom? I appreciate that, man. Thank you, bro. But yeah, so moving on, things I would like to change about Twitch as a viewer is I would like adverts to be less intrusive. Adverts are the devil. I hate adverts. I hate them. Adverts need to go away. They need to go away. I have a lot to say of this from a streamer's aspect more than I do a viewer's aspect, because I understand why they're there, but it would be nice if they weren't, especially like, say you're waiting to watch Obi-Wan Kenobi. They did this before it gets released. They were putting out adverts for Obi-Wan Kenobi from Disney Plus on the Danish Twitch, and I was like, are you kidding me right now? I have avoided all spoilers. I do not want to see a trailer. What the hell? Do you know what I'm saying? But what I see, I know what turns you away from a streamer as well. You've already told us that. So do you ever, when you're browsing through and you're looking at other streamers, do you ever read their About Me? Like their About Me profile, where it has all the information about them and stuff like that? No?
I have on occasion gone down and read them for people I know, but if I'm looking at someone new, no. I'll pop into a chat and I'll immediately look for people I know. You have to understand, at this point, I'm not finding any new Lego streamers. There just aren't any. The ones that I'm finding that are new aren't hit affiliate yet. Like, they've just started. There really aren't many established Lego builders out there to be found, I think. And if there are, I don't know where they are. Maybe in time zones that I don't frequent as much.
Very possible.
As for most of the bigger established ones, I'm aware of most of them, and I don't do a lot of exploring anymore. I do that. If someone comes into chat, someone new, I'll click on their name, and if they're new to Lego, whatever, I'll usually give them a follow. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to get into their stream. If they come up and I see them, I'll pop in. but I don't really actively look for new streamers much anymore. It's kind of like looking for new music. I've got so much music I love already. I don't have time to listen to. I'm not looking for new ones.
Yeah, I feel you on the music.
I don't have time for what I love already, kind of thing.
I feel you on that. Welcome back, Claude, man. So moving away from the viewer side, then we'll get into the sort of the deeper subjects now. Streaming. So you keep talking about how you just said there you'll follow someone, but it doesn't necessarily mean you'll get involved in their streams. But I would rather have a follower number that is more ratioed to my viewer count. Do you know what I'm saying? So I mean, following loads of people and then never joining their live, in my opinion, could do more harm than good. Do you know what I'm saying? Because say I find it really, really odd. Like I'll say, for example, I go to a game category and I have a look at a specific game, and they've got 5,000 followers. Yeah, 5,000 followers, but they only have 5 people in their live stream. Something's not right here. Something's not adding up. How have you got 5,000 followers but only 5 people in your live? Like it doesn't make sense.
No, and I've learned that follower number doesn't mean as much as what I thought it did a year ago or 6 months ago or 3 months ago. It does not mean what I thought it meant. Because when I was out there in the past, I am such a talker and interactor. I was constantly getting follows. I started my first stream before I started, I had 72 followers. When I opened my first stream, I already had the 50 by 22 over. Because I've been out there engaging for a long time, dropping follows and getting them back. And when you start streaming, so I was really a follower chaser for a long time. That has stopped now. I don't do that anymore. And I understand what you're talking to. And I've been thinking about that more and more, because I've always thought of as you know, give everyone a follow, you're helping that streamer out. But to give them a follow and not ever be in their stream is adding to that false follower number. And I see what you're getting at. So it's kind of a double-sided sword there. Yeah,
it 100% is, because one thing, like I just said, man, it just doesn't add up. So if someone has loads and thousands of followers and only like a few people in their live, what's happened here? Why have you got so many followers and only this amount of people in your live stream? And if we're being honest, and I'm sure every streamer would agree with me on this, tell me if I'm wrong, guys. Tell me if I'm wrong. But the follower number you have is actually the least important metric. If you're going off of the analytics side of things and the numbers, your follower number is the least important number there is, because you could have 50 followers, but 50 people in your stream. Every single one of your followers could be in your live, whereas you could have 5,000 followers and only 5 people in your stream. And it's when you're talking in terms of analytics, the ultimate analytic is your active concurrent chatters. Your average. That would be the most important analytic when it comes to streaming, if you want to go down this analytic path.
And as a viewer, I always looked at that. When I was in a stream, I'm not a good lurker. I have to be active, and I figure that's what you bring to a stream. And if you're active in a chat, you get other people talking, you get the chat going, you get it moving, and that's a gift to a streamer if you can do that. And I enjoyed doing that for the longest time. And now I encourage that in my stream, because I can't be the one typing in chat anymore. I can talk, but I can't be the one driving the chat. And I see people that come into chat and they just drive a chat and they get other people talking. And as a streamer, that's what you want. I know that's a bit of a divergence from what you were talking about, but sorry.
No, you're absolutely right. Like having people in there who are actively chatting, but when it comes to this, I think it all pertains back to the streamer themselves. Like, how much are they interacting with everybody? I mean, I'm glad people are understanding of this stream in particular, my podcast stream, that they understand that I'm here to talk to the guest and to learn more about the guests, such as yourself. And then with every now and again, we'll turn around and we'll interact with everybody within the chat. So I'm kind of blessed in that situation, because I have a high priority and focus on people that are blessing me with their time in my stream. and sitting there and ignoring him is just an absolute no-no, like an absolute no-no. So yeah, this was a very difficult thing for me to do. Sitting here and not responding to every message that goes in is a very, very difficult thing to do. But I just want to welcome in Testing Time. How are we doing? Welcome in. Thank you for joining the stream, buddy. I appreciate you coming through. How are you feeling today? I hope you're good. Hope you're well.
And speaking of Testing Time, if I can give a little shout out here. This SpongeBob was inspired by Dragon Goddess. She's the one that made us aware this thing existed. Testing Time is the one that sourced the parts out and put it together for me, and then came over and brought this for me.
Right.
Gifted it to me. I've given him, he and I, this is someone I met on Twitch. He's a good friend of mine now. He comes over all the time, digs through my Lego. Half of this came from my own Lego. I've given him Star Wars sets. He's brought me, I've got a Ghost. I've got a Razor Crest. I got a SpongeBob. I haven't paid anything. I've just given him Lego back. It's just been a barter. But it's fantastic. Dragon Goddess was the inspiration here. That's the times the guy who puts this together. I just wanted to give him a shout out for that because I saw him appear in chat there. And good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. And back to you. Back to you at the store. Back to you at the desk there, PJ.
So this I mean, I guess what I want to know is I want to know more about you and your streaming journey from when you decided to transition into streaming. So, I mean, what was it that made you go from viewer to streamer? What was it that made you decide to take that leap forward and become a content creator instead of a content consumer?
Well, to be honest, I hadn't really thought about being a content creator. I just wanted to be on the other side of the camera. I wanted to get behind the camera and have that fun and that control. And it came from interacting in chat and having so much fun meeting people and bantering and back and forth. And I just wanted to be on the other side. And I got a lot of encouragement from people. It's Stylish Sunny, I have to say, was the first one back in the summer last year. Asked me, "When are you going to start streaming? When are you going to start streaming?" I was, I don't know. And she kept asking me. And I finally said at one point, it's mid-January. In the late summer, early fall, I think I said mid-January. That's when I'm going to start. And then I had it in my head, okay, well, now I'm going to do that. And what I was thinking I would bring to it is I don't buy new sets. I've got a mountain. Well, that's kind of changed because in the 6 months from when I decided to stream to when I stream, I spent 6 months buying a shitload of Lego sets. So I would have a bunch to build. I still have a fairly significant backlog of stuff that I bought. A lot of it's sitting here built now at this point, but there's still a lot to be built because I wanted to have variety. But I also have a massive amount of old space Lego, which I will eventually get into more because that's what I want to do. No one was really doing classic space, and I thought I can do classic space, and bring me and my joking and having fun and all that. And I found now that the Lego has become less and less important, and simply talking and interacting with my chat is much more my goal. I'll even make it a point in some streams. Well, I can very proudly say it took me 4 streams and 13 hours to build Bag End, which is all of, I think, like 700 pieces.
Well, this is why I've always, whenever I've given you a shout on my channel, I've always turned around and said, he calls himself a Lego streamer, but he's a just chatting streamer who plays with plastic bricks occasionally. And it's because you are just that. You spend a lot of your time chatting, and you'll have your cam on above you looking down at what you're supposed to be building, but most of the time it's just we just end up chatting about stuff. Like everyone's getting chatty, and we just see the occasional brick move.
Well, it's happened many times where I'll have my build camera on, we'll get talking with someone comes, okay, and I'll go back to the face cam because I'm now going to talk about something. Okay, let's not pretend we're building anymore, let's go back to the face cam anyhow. And then I'll go for like a 20-minute segue talk there. Okay, let's go back to building, and then I'll go back to the build cam again. And that happens quite a bit. And I'm always eager to not do anything. Yeah, I don't really build Lego. I mean, I do, but I find once I get into the build, I'm not concentrating here. This slows down, and so I have to try harder with what I'm doing here to keep things going. And yet I'm trying to concentrate on this, and I make mistakes, and I miss steps, and I get frustrated, and I just find I don't enjoy it as much. So I'll prolong it as long as I can to get into the build. Just keep chatting.
I mean, I'm the same way. If I'm streaming something that isn't the podcast or isn't my CZC Fight Nights, then I will stay in just chatting for as long as I physically can. So for as long as we're all talking and we're all having a laughing about things, then I will physically stay in that just chatting screen. Like, even if it means the entire 3 hours, I will stay there quite happily. I'll stay there and just not bother with the game. But it is such a talent. You've got to admit, yeah, it is such a talent when you are able to perform something, as in playing a game or building Lego or something like that, whilst maintaining conversation with everybody who's typing within your chat. It is a talent.
It you know, we talk about multitasking, and my generation didn't do it.
I don't do it.
I mean, you can pretend to talk, I'm a great multitasker, but nobody's a great multitasker because you can't give 100% attention to two things, let alone 3 or 4. Even if it's only 2 things, you're not giving both 100%. You can't do it. And despite, you may be able to think you can, but you know you're not. You know, one of them is not getting full attention back and forth. And I'm not that good at it. I can admit that. I hope you're okay, Tess. I'm reading that. We all really show up for Mr. Pickle, and yes, I'm sure you do. That's one thing I've noticed about this community is they really love their animals. Everyone seems to love animals here.
Yeah, I mean, I have a channel point. I've disabled it for today, but I have a channel point that's called "Give Dylan a Treat," and that gives my dog a treat whenever someone redeems it.
I've got one. Give Mr. Pickle treats. Everyone's got to give their pet treats.
Yeah, you want to spend 1,000 channel points? That's the way to spend it, right there. But I hope you do get well soon. Testing time, man. That's not good. What you're experiencing. So I hope you get it sorted soon, dude. I hope you get it sorted soon. So what do you think it is about your channel that make people join you when you go live?
I really don't know. What I get from people is they appreciate my openness and my honesty and my how do I say this? My emotionalness, my penchant for breaking at least once a stream over something, getting emotional over something. I tend to do that all the time. That, you know,
the realism of who you are.
That I'm real, and you know what? I fully accept and appreciate that, and attest to that. Yeah, I do not have the ability to come on here and put on a persona and pretend to be someone I'm not, and be friendlier than I'm not, be happier than I'm not, and always be in a good mood. I'm getting better at it, but I'm always me, and there's no persona here, and I think maybe that has something to do with it. Yeah, perhaps.
I mean, I've always said it. You can always spot when someone is putting on a fake persona in their stream.
I don't want to use the word fake, but I'll say, you know, putting on their best face. They're trying to be in a good mood when they're not. And I've seen it recently. I don't know if there's been an issue with like a mental health crisis wave coming over the community the last few months. But I've seen a lot of streamers I've known for a while seemingly have frustration difficulties. I'm not going to name anybody, but frustration difficulties in chat that I've never seen before. People I've known for quite a while now, and I'm like, that's not them. What's going on here? And I've seen that with a few different people. So
frustration difficulties, man. I need you to elaborate a bit more on this because I'm not fully comprehending.
People that put on that persona that are always happy, that there's cracks in it, and you can see like little snips coming out and little expressions and just not anything I'd seen before. That they'd always been able to manage that. I'm seeing some of them not managing it all the time. This is my point. And that's not necessarily that they're being false. It's just that I have streams where I'm not overly positive. If I'm in a crappy mood, that may come across. I try not to, but it happens. And I veer. And Dragon, Dragon is one of the best mods out there. And if you guys need a mod, you want one, you can't have her because she's mine. And she always steers me back from choppy waters. I get talking about religion and politics and you know what may be going on in the news in Europe or the States or whatever, and she'll steer me right back into friendly waters. No, you can't go there. And like to the point where she's like, if you say one more thing about it, I'm leaving. kind of stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, yep, no, you're right. And quite frankly, that doesn't happen much anymore. That was in the past. She will say one thing now, and I'm like, yeah, you're right, okay. And she very much keeps me in line. And
I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand. The last stream I was involved in yours, she was telling you off, and then she was like, I'm leaving. So,
she's just simply an outstanding person, an outstanding mod, and situations I've known where she stepped in with people having mental health issues, and she's gone above and beyond and talked to some of these people for hours, as have I've reached out. Discord's been huge. Once I discovered the voice channels in there and reaching out, talking to people on the internet without having any phone charges, holy crap. I've had so many voice conversations with so many people, and that's where the real interactions are, I found. In this community.
Yeah, when you can take that one-on-one time. I mean, mental health is a big thing, but I'm always I'm a firm believer that the stream is not a place to talk about it in depth. Because you have so many people going on. It's a wide open public internet platform, and if someone's suffering, by all means say you're suffering, but that is kind of as far as it can go in terms of a stream. And then if you want to take it further, reach out outside of it within Discord. So then we as streamers can take that time to talk to you on a one-to-one basis. Now, I said this in the podcast with Don Newell, but people also need to understand that we are not professional psychiatrists or professional in mental health care or anything in sort of that mentality. So all we can do is do what we can, give an ear to listen to. If we can relate to your experiences, we can talk upon how we handled certain situations. Hang on a minute. I've got a VIP in the building. You really got to see it. What's going on, Daniel, man? Welcome in. How we doing, dude? Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you. Wiggle for sure. Wiggle. But yeah, we are not mental health professionals, and we can only do what we can. But one thing that Daniel actually said on his podcast that kind of really hit home with me when it comes to this is imagine giving someone advice, they act upon it, and it was the wrong advice, and it hits them in such a negative way. Like, I've never thought about it like that before, because I've always been like, listen, if you need an ear, you want someone to talk to, I'm here. But at the same time, if you start to try and help them by giving them advice and it has a negative impact, how's that going to affect you as a person? Like, you've done this to that person because they followed your advice. It's such a scary ground to step into when you start getting into this.
Sure, yeah. And that's what I'm talking about too. Yeah. Chat is not a place for extended conversation. Now, if you're having a bad day, you can say, I'm not having a good day. And that's exactly what I'm talking about with Dragon. She will, when that happens in our chat, and I know she's done this many times, she'll immediately whisper to that person, say, hey, look, you're having a bad day, you want to talk about it? You know, we really shouldn't talk about this in chat. Are you on Discord or whatever? And she'll pull them aside. And that is exactly what I'm talking about. We're here to talk about it to a point. I mean, we're here to support each other, but that's not what streaming is about. Streaming is supposed to be a positive environment where we're real, but we're here to have fun and to escape from that stuff and to hopefully have a fun interactive community. So yeah, while it's a place where you can mention it and bring it up, it's not a place to have an extended conversation, because exactly, we're not professionals about that. And Dragon, while she has experience in that, a lot of what she does will be referring them to websites and whatnot, and that's another duty of a mod too. And then as a mod myself, I've learned so much from her in what can be done. I'm not saying as a mod you need to know what to say, but you might want to have the links for like suicide hotlines and things like that on hand if it comes up in chat, because it happens. You see people come in. I've seen it a few times. People come in and they just simply derail a chat with their own issues, and that shouldn't happen.
But yeah, like I can see what Daniel's wrote here. Absolutely, we can be there for them, but we can't be their psychiatrist. That's when it goes into the realm of you're liable for their decisions. Yeah, which is what I was portraying. I was actually talking about our podcast, Donnie, and what we spoke about on this subject. It's better not to be a therapist and make that clear. Having peer counselling training makes it hard not to step in every time. I can only imagine, but yeah, it does need to be known that we are not trained professionals. We do what we can, but the stream is not the place to put out everything that you're going through. That the stream just isn't the place for it. You can by all means say like, I'm not in the best place, but going further than that would be a Discord thing for me. Absolutely. And again,
I would never seek out, offering that advice. But when it comes into chat, someone brings it there, you kind of have a responsibility to do something about it, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to just ignore them. You don't want to tell them advice that's wrong, but you need to do something. And that's all I'm saying is, if you can at least refer to someone who you can talk to, some kind of helpline or whatever, then that's the most you can do responsibly and realistically.
Yeah.
Like I said, you don't seek that out, but when it comes to you, you have to do something about it. When it comes into your chat, you kind of got to do something about it, right?
Well, you acknowledge, you understand, you understand that this person's going through something, and you acknowledge it. But as you said, the stream is a form of entertainment, and everyone's there to have a good time and to have a laugh and things like that. And if someone comes in and puts all their issues within your chat, that can just drop everything within the chat.
We've all seen that many times. Yes, many times.
Yeah.
Don't do that, folks.
Yeah, like Dragon Goddess, just I personally have chosen not to participate in chat because of my state of mind, and that's probably the best way to go about it. I mean, if you really want to talk about it with the streamer that you're involved with, reach out in a whisper or a Discord message or in some other way than reaching out within a live stream. It is. I mean, I'm just saying, like, that's how I feel about it. I don't know if you agree.
Yeah, no, I do completely.
So moving on. How do you prepare for a stream? What is your preparation? Hey, look, you're smiling.
Yeah, let's change the mood again. Come back to a smile.
And for streamers as well, it's good to step away from it for a few days. Yeah, Ray, absolutely,
come on. There we go. All right, we're on. SpongeBob is back. Now he's smiling again.
So this is how.
Health days.
So how do you prepare for a stream, man? What's your process?
I have a shower. That's about it.
Right? Do you not like plan what you're gonna do? Do you not think of your stream titles, your tags that you're gonna use, and anything like that?
I'll usually, if I'm lucky, I'm continuing what I was building last stream. So there's no decision on what I'm building because I usually try and make a set. Like even this space set here, I did not too long ago, which isn't very big. I managed to make that last 2 streams. So
that's impressive.
Yes, it's a very small set, but it lasted 2 streams. So here you go.
I mean, how long are your streams averagely? They're like what, 5 hours?
Yeah, 5, usually 4 and 5, between 4 and 5.
So it's like 8 to 10 hours worth of building right there. So this is why I'm saying, guys, he is a just chatting streamer who plays with bricks occasionally, because that's what he did in 8 to 10 hours. I'm not lying when I say it. But yeah, you process, man, you process.
I've gone 3 hours into a stream without touching Lego. I did it one time. I got at the 2 hour point. Says, okay, folks, it's time. Let's put some Lego together. I put 2 pieces together, and I said, all right, time for a bathroom break. And I went to the be right back, and I came back, and I think I went another 45 minutes of talk until I put more Lego together again. Made a joke out of it. But it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. 6 hours of talking, 2 hours of building. Yeah, prep. Well, as far as prep goes, in the past there wasn't much, but as far as prep goes now,
yeah,
there's your normal stream setup where I make sure Mix It Up bot is connected and those sound bites and all those things are working. Then make sure Stream Elements is connected. Make sure all my redeems are working. I'm hearing everything coming to me. The music's playing. Just make sure everything's working. And a lot of times if it's not, it's just a matter of closing and reopening OBS or closing and opening Mix It Up bot, and it'll reconnect, reconfigure, well, everything's good. But that's what I go through now. I didn't used to do that in the past. I'd like to jump in like 20 minutes early just to make sure everything's working and I can hear everything. And that's about it. And then usually at that point, strangely, that 20 minutes before stream, that's when I'll do my stream title. Oh, I got to come up with a stream title. I still got last one's out. Yeah, that's usually when that happens. And that's about my prep right there. And a shower too, of course.
So how how much thought do you put into your stream title and stream tags?
Sorry, I was reading there. I missed that. Can you repeat that?
How much thought do you put into your stream title and stream tags?
Probably not as much as I should, because I look through what other people have for their stream titles, and there's some pretty interesting stuff. And I noticed like they'll just put like tag words. They'll put like giveaway at the beginning and then other stuff after it, things like that. And I haven't really strategically come up with things. I'll just come up with like strange titles. Like one time I did it all caps. Come watch me eat a scorpion. And a bunch of people showed up. Are you really gonna eat a scorpion? I'm like, no. I'm not even get a scorpion.
It's clickbait to the max.
Yeah, like it's just sometimes it's clickbaity. Sometimes it's just straight up like some really funny comment and then just a little not really afterwards or whatever. I was trying to make it a little silly, never that serious, but I do have fun with it. Yes, a lot of times it'll be completely nothing what I'm doing, just to be random, right? I find that to be. Others may not find that funny, but I find that funny. So that's it.
How to clickbait your way to 100 viewers with Scotty Rotten.
Come watch me eat a scorpion tonight. Oh, that was a good one.
So, I mean, tags and stream titles to me, I actually put a lot of thought into. Unless it's podcast or CZC, then I just state what it is. Like, my stream title tonight was Behind the Camera with Scotty Rotten. That was my stream title tonight. And that was my go live notification as well. But, I
never put that much thought into a thing that, that's sort of permanent, always attached to the content too, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I always try and bring some form of laughter element to it. Like, I always try and think of something a little bit mischievous, a little bit naughty, something that we can all relate to as adults, because my stream is a mature stream, and it will cheeky. Tell you this when you, a little bit cheeky, and we have a. I mean, if people get into it, it becomes quite a funny stream if people start listening and reading the stream title, and they actually respond to my stream title or my go live notification, because they're always the same, my stream and go live notifications. But the tags, have you ever looked at the analytics of your tags before?
No, but I think I will now.
So when you go onto your dashboard manager, sometimes it gets a bit more naughty. Yeah, I know your stories, Dragon. So when you go into your dashboard manager, and I think it's under stream manager, I mean, I won't show me now because I'm live, but if you scroll down, it actually tells you what tags people have used to find your content, which is quite a handy little tool.
I have seen that right down at the very bottom. I have seen that. I know what you're talking about.
And I've noticed that brick building is like the big tag for me. Brick building's the big tag. There's a kitty.
More. Yeah,
there's a kitty. Nothing wrong with naughty.
Oh, he's just shedding like crazy. I had to give him a bath this morning.
You had to bath your cat?
Well, I brought him home in a carrier, and if I'd have made it home 10 minutes quicker, he wouldn't have made brown in the box there, so.
Okay, I understand.
Take him home, fill a sink with hot water, and then take him right out of the carrier into there and give him a bath. So he's still, I don't know if he's completely dry yet. He's been walking around the house looking like a rat since I got home this morning. But it was either that or not, right? So. Yeah.
I want to know what your biggest fear is when streaming. What would be your biggest fear when you go live?
I guess that nobody would show up.
Yeah.
I hadn't really thought of that. Perhaps just a troll or a hate raid happening. I've never seen that. I wouldn't want to experience that. People coming in and not being able to keep up with the bands or whatever you have to do.
Yeah, I mean, on my stream deck, I have a button called Panic, And if I was to ever get hate raided, I press that panic button. My chat goes into into subscriber only chat, and I run a 3-minute advert, and it stream markers it as well. So then they can't do anything. These hate raiders, they literally can't do anything, and it activates as quick as I can press that button, which is quite handy to have in terms of like those hate raids and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That is a good idea.
But I've had quite a few interesting answers when it comes to this. I had an answer that was, if a partnered streamer with like a couple of 100 viewers was to raid into you and you blew your shot, like you did not like captivate that audience at all, and they all raided in and then they all left. That was one person's fear. That was Kush Completionists. We've had frame drops. So if OBS just starts dropping frames left, right, and center, so that falls under your technical issues. But yeah, I don't think anyone's ever said like no one turns up. But that is definitely a fear. What if no one was to turn up to the stream? What if no one was to come?
I can't see it I can't see it ever happening.
I mean, I who knows what is going to happen in the future, man? But it's definitely it's something that does strike you. So when you go live and you're live for 5 minutes on your starting soon screen and no one's turned up, it is always a bit like, oh my god, have I done something to upset everyone? Like, what's going on? But then I kind of have to remember that people have lives. People have lives.
I never have that problem. I always have there's 2 or 3 people that always show up when I go live. Dragon's one, usually Lego Puck Boy, my other mod. If he's around, he's right there too. And there's a couple others that will always show up. And I have a thing that I do when I put my starting screen on. I'll have a song playing, and I'll play the entire song, whatever song it is. At the end of the first song is when I go to my face cam. So however long that is, that's my decided time. Whoever shows up in that time shows up. But I never have that analytic on. I never have my viewer count on. Never have my viewer count on. Because as a streamer, it shouldn't make a difference to your content. Because you don't want it in your head, oh, there's only 3 people, what does it matter? Or you don't want it in your head, oh, there's 200 people, oh my God, this really matters kind of thing. You do what you do, irregardless of who's there.
You do what you do for the love of the content.
Yeah, it's better not to know how many people are there. So don't ever check it.
But you see, this is a big controversy at the moment within streamer talk. And there's a lot of content creators out there saying, turn your viewer count off, don't have your viewer count on. Because if you see your viewers go from, say, 20 to 5, it will mess up your stream in a big way. But then there's other streamers out there who are like, I use this as motivation. If I start seeing my numbers dwindling, then I will step up my game and I will rectify this problem. But it's like, but how are you gonna? What do you mean you're gonna step up your game? What, you weren't putting on the best show you could do to begin with? Like, what are you on about?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It shouldn't make a difference in what you're doing. You should be doing what you're doing the way you want to do it all the time. Yeah. Without any influence on how many people are watching. And it doesn't matter how many people are watching if you're making a VOD, because it's future content. And you don't want to be on your VOD with a negative attitude. Oh, this doesn't matter. There's only 3 people here. Clean my nails for a bit. Talk to my cat. Go water my fish, or feed my fish. You don't water fish, but water my plants. You know, you don't do that. Your content is your content, no matter who is there, because it doesn't matter who's there at the time, because it's going to be future content.
Well, I mean, regardless. I mean, if one person turns up, that's one person who has taken the time out to come see you and come be part of your stream. Whether it be one person or whether it be 50 people or 100 people, like, everyone matters who comes into the stream. So the viewer count becomes irrelevant in that respect.
Yes, and well, you do actually get windows into that. You get like you know, like the flashlight in the dark. You get the glimpses when you do add points all. When you add points all, you see then how many people you're adding points to. Right. You'll see then how many people are there. So you do get glimpses into it. If you do a giveaway or a raffle or whatever, that sometimes shows you. There's different ways you can see add points all, or there's a couple different things that I end up doing every time I finish a bag, which happens every couple streams. I do add points all, whatever, 1,000, and then you get that glimpse. So I'm not saying I don't. Sometimes you know. Yeah.
I mean, when you're using stuff like that, like your stream elements add points, then yeah, you will see it. But it's about being. I guess it's just about being mentally strong enough to know that content, that viewer count, sorry, isn't going to be the be all and end all of how you carry on with your stream, because your stream is the way it is. So just don't change who you are. Keep doing what you're doing, and the right people will find you.
No one showed up. I've talked to you for 4 hours, so I'm just going back and reading the chat now. There's a lot I haven't read there yet. That's very funny. Yeah, when a raid comes into, that's another time you see how many people you got. And then speaking to that, I don't want to sound arrogant, but I've never been scared of a raid. I've had some big raids come in, and you know, mostly they stayed. I had a fantastic stream, the Friday night raid train that Andy's Lego puts together. I was on that. First time I was on, I did the 6 to 8 on the Saturday morning. And who was it? It was Honest Aish? It was Honest Aish came in with a raid of like 140. And then I got 2 other raids of like 35 apiece. And I actually had a viewer count in my little stream of 258 at one point. And I knew that because I gave away points. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like that's 10 times what I normally have. And I'm not here to brag about, oh, look what a great stream I had. No, I just happened in that 4-hour window to catch 3 big raids. And I guess the energy was right or something. Everyone stayed. I was having a good time. And at the end of that 2 hours, I was just like, holy crap. I ended up raiding out with, I think it was like 140 people raided out. So people had filtered off, but still, I mean, a good portion of them had stayed on. And then I ended up raiding out with a really big raid into the last train of the. But
yeah, like speaking of raids, I had a really weird experience. I streamed for like an hour and a half a few days ago.
Okay,
and hey,
well, I'm talking to my cat. He wants up, but he's too much fur.
So I had a really weird raid. I think it was Wednesday. It might have been early. It might have been Tuesday. I can't remember. But I streamed for about an hour and a half, and it was really strange. I got raided with 63 people in this raid, and I couldn't. Like, it was mind blowing that someone raided me with that many people, but then no one spoke in the raid, like not a sausage. And some people dropped off, and I think I sat at around 41 viewers for the remainder of the stream, but not one person typed in that raid, which was really bizarre. Like, really bizarre.
Yeah.
I just didn't get it. I just didn't get it. I mean, I'm grateful that someone chose to raid me with that many people, but I just didn't understand why no one typed anything. It just didn't make sense to me. It really didn't make sense to me.
No. But even as a streamer, when you raid out, you say, "Okay, guys, let's go show love to this community. You know, get ready with your emotes and everything." You tell your that's what we're doing a raid for. We're bringing them the hype. That doesn't make sense to me that they would show up and then just nobody say anything. Yeah, that is very odd.
I had one person and the streamer himself talking within the raid, and he told me, he was like, "Well, I just got raided, but I was near the end of my stream, so I thought I'd come and raid you." And I was like, "Well, I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much." And then one person from that raid was talking to me, which I know is someone from his community. So I mean, did this person who raided him have like 60 odd lurkers? Like, I don't get it. I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I'm grateful for the raid, but I just don't understand why no one at that massive viewer raid would not type anything. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, if he'd just been raided, maybe he wasn't even raiding with his own community, right?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I don't know how long he was streaming for when he decided to come and raid me, but still. I mean, when I raid out with people, I've raided anywhere from like 5 people to 25 people. And there's always people who will type stuff within the raid onto the next stream, and and to not have anything of that, like I like, it jarred me a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like, it really jarred me. Like, that many people, but no one says anything.
Yeah, that would be weird.
That was a bizarre raid. I remember that, PJ. Yeah, right, Lucky, right? It's crazy, right? I was in part of a raid that someone wound up in Germany. They spoke German but switched to English for me, which made me feel great. I had a great time in the stream. Now that's inclusive. It is. It's very inclusive. You'll find there's a lot of European countries that don't like to speak English within their stream. But then there's some people who will only allow English in their stream, even though they're not English streamers. But yeah, that's really good that they decided to do that testing time. Not everybody likes to yap. I'll sit back and lurk, especially if I'm working. Yeah, I understand there's lurkers, but 63 lurkers, I mean, you know?
Yeah, that does seem like a lot.
That's a lot of lurkers, bro. We love a raid emote. Let's go, Jade. We absolutely do love a raid emote. Scotty experienced huge raids for the first time on his first stream. Is that true? You get a lot of big raids on your first ever stream, Scotty?
Yeah, my first stream was pretty crazy. There was, well, like I said, I was such a chat hound out there chasing followers and hyping it up. Everyone, when you stream, I've been telling everyone where I was start streaming for like a month, so everyone knew. So my first stream was like I said, like 72 followers off the start. I think my average for the stream was like 60 viewers. Like it was insane. It was insane. Like it dropped right off from the first stream because there was that curiosity factor of here's this guy who's been in chat for 10 months, engaging with everyone, and now he's going to start streaming for the first time. So let's go see what he looks like. Let's see who this guy is. So that's what the first stream was. That was the hype I built up. And realistically, not surprisingly or disappointingly, it dropped right off after that. So I understand a lot of that was just curiosity factor. Okay, let's see this guy. We'll come back again. We're not going to be back every night. So my numbers dropped off to what a streamer can expect at the start of their stream. They weren't massive after that. Yeah, my first stream was bonkers, and I was a little put off the first couple streams after that. And if you watch the VODs, I guess they're still out there. I was rather moody about it. I wasn't that happy at first, but then I realized that that's just the way things work, and then everything's fine. Now I've kind of settled into it more, where I don't have those moody streams anymore. I certainly won't tonight.
Ah, good. Well, I'm glad to hear it, man. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, they did raid him for another type of stream. He was a Warzone streamer, but I don't know what the person was streaming when they raided into him, so I honestly couldn't say, man. I mean, at the time I was playing Super Mario World. But so what keeps you motivated? Why do you keep streaming? Like, what is your drive for streaming on Twitch?
The interaction with people in my chat, interaction with my friends, and the support I get from them, that they love coming to my channel, and the friendships I have here, and the interactions I have, and the just being on this side of the camera. I enjoy it so much on the other side. I don't want to say give back, but I just want to put my own bit in there.
Yeah, you want to put your take on streaming. Yeah, no, that's fair enough, man. That's fair enough. That's definitely motivation enough to stream, to for the chat interaction, talking with your friends, having laughs and jokes and things like that. That's definitely a good reason to definitely stream, in my opinion. Yeah, Scotty is not interested in streaming, still love the Lego.
Yeah.
So have you ever suffered burnout with streaming? Like, burnout is something that is spoken about a lot in like Twitch talk and Twitter, Twitch Twitter and things like that. So have you ever experienced burnout with streaming?
Not yet.
No?
Not yet. I would say I've experienced interaction fatigue, and that I've really backed off in how much I'm in chats and talking to people, and I'm much more of a lurker now, because that's just too engaging and time consuming all the time. So yeah, I'm really just, I found that I'm on this side. I just don't have the time to spend in his chats as much as I used to, where I used to just spend all my time in chats, playing and bantering and doing whatever. I don't do that nearly as much anymore. Much more of a lurker now. So. Yeah,
I mean, the big problem for me is all you guys, all of you streamers that are in my chat right now, is you all stream when I'm at work, right? And this is a big problem. This is a big problem.
Yeah, this is you and me all the time, right?
Yeah, exactly. So what I am able to do when I'm at work is I'm able to put your stream on. I can put one earphone in here so I can listen to you, and then I have to put my phone in my pocket because you're not supposed to have your phone out of work, let alone be watching Twitch streamers. So I literally give everyone the best I can when I'm working, and I'll be able to type a few things in here and there. Like if I'm going out and giving a driver some shipment papers or something like that. But yeah, it's really difficult for me. So I always feel like I'm constantly lurking on people and not able to get involved in their streams, because I stream on my nights off. Like I'm off tonight, so I'm streaming tonight. I'm off Saturday night, so I'm streaming Saturday night. So I always stream on my nights off because it's the only time that I can stream. Do you know what I mean? So
same thing.
What can you do? What can you do? Do you know what I'm saying? But I mean, if you've never experienced burnout, that's amazing. I personally have never experienced burnout either. It's not something that's
only in my
affected me.
5th month, so I haven't had enough time to experience it. I'm sure it'll happen eventually.
Oh no, you'd be surprised, man. Like people can a lot of streamers when they first start out, and I mean I can't speak for the Lego community, but a lot of streamers when they first start out, they believe that the right way to stream is the way that the big streamers do it, like your full-time streamers who stream every day for like 6 hours a day to 10 hours a day. And that's just not the way to stream. That's how you get burnout. That's how you get fatigue from it, and that's just the way it is. Yeah.
Agreeing what Tessa Time was saying there too. Sometimes I just don't feel like dealing with people. Yes.
Yeah, yes. I see that. But yeah, the burnout is real, and sometimes it's just you need to set yourself up, like ideally to stream 2 to 3 days a week for 3 to 4 hours at a time, and then you shouldn't feel that streamer's fatigue, that streamer's burnout. But you have yet to do all your social medias, man. Like you were saying, you don't have any social media.
That's something I'm just stepping into.
Yeah,
I know I got to do it. So
good luck, man.
I know I got to do it.
Yeah, social media is a thing that can become super time consuming if you going into everything. I tell you.
Yeah, well, no, I won't be doing that. Probably Instagram and Twitter, from what I'm thinking, will be the two.
I mean, Twitter's a big one. Twitter, I think every streamer needs a Twitter account, and then whatever else you decide to do after that is completely up to you.
Well, my understanding is there's a lot of Lego content on Instagram. So there's
a huge amount of Lego content on Instagram.
I've got to make Lego content myself. I got to get my sets out and get them photographed, and that's kind of the thing. And I'm even thinking that might be something to do going forward, is on streams, put sets together and then photograph them back here.
Right, okay.
Stream. But
well, it sounds like a good idea, man. I like the sounds of that. Put up some professional looking photos of your Lego sets. Absolutely.
Just get like a neutral backdrop somehow and get a better camera. And yeah, anyhow, thoughts for the future, thoughts for expansion and what I can do with what I have in existence, which is a lot of classic Lego sets. And that's where I want to get together and photograph and put on Instagram and have my classic Lego theme there and get everything on there eventually. Because I have dozens and dozens of sets. Dozens, like boxes and boxes of sets.
It never end in supply. Well, no,
it'll end, but I'll probably be retired by then. It's gonna take many years to work through these sets. Even as I'm going through them, because I've got them like pieced out. Most of them are in Ziploc bags in containers, and to my understanding or my memory, when I put them in there, they were all complete, and I take them out to build them on stream, and inevitably they're all missing 1 or 2 pieces, which is frustrating because then I got to go digging in here behind me and all my parts to find it on stream. So that's why I stopped building the old sets for a while, because I just kept running into pieces missing. And I really need to do a double build, or at least do a part count. Go through beforehand, make sure all the parts are there before I build anything on stream, which I'm too lazy to do at this point. So
yeah, on an open set, yeah.
Haven't been doing it.
Man, there's nothing more frustrating. But I get it now. Like I'm building Grogu building this guy. I've got his head to build.
I can see that, yeah.
And I'll be sat there and I'll be chatting away, not really paying attention to what I'm building, and I build it, and then I'm like, I'm missing about 5 pieces. And then I spend the next 5 minutes trying to look for these 5 pieces, and then I realise that I've built one section twice. I'm like, what the hell? This is when, yeah, there's nothing worse when you've got to go around searching for pieces during stream.
Yeah, and I make so many mistakes building on stream. That's my Lego style of building on stream is mistake building, not chaos, not knowing. I mistake build. That's a term I just created. But I'm a mistake builder because that's all I seem to do. I'll miss steps and I'll go past stuff and I did this here and I did this twice and I didn't have to. You just said that, I did it twice. Like I've done that. You think it's a ×2 thing, you build another one and it's not. Oh crap. I didn't need that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not as good of a Lego builder as I thought all these years. But when I built all these years, I would be doing it like on the couch beside me with a movie on. I'd be listening to the background and just building away, not doing it like this. There was no conversation or tension anywhere else, really. I never really watched the movie. I'd be listening to it. You can't do that here.
No.
So what used to be relaxing and easy is not now. It's not.
Yeah, absolutely. It is a very, very, very different animal building on stream than it is building in your chill time. A very different animal.
Did not expect it.
To be honest with you, I didn't know what to expect building Lego on stream. I mean, I've been collecting Star Wars Lego for the best part of 9-10 years now. And it's just I see a lurker. Yo, testing time, man. Thanks for all that, man. I appreciate it. Take care, bro. I'll see you, catch you next time. Okay, everyone, it was great. Have a great rest of the cast. Going to do some daddy duties. Everyone is amazing at PGO as always. Very informative, and at ScottyRotten, you're a legend. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much, Ray, man. I appreciate you coming through. I appreciate it, man. I hope you have fun doing daddy duties. I'll catch you next time, bro. Stay safe, take care, and have a good one, dude. But yeah, it's just I didn't know what to I was to expect going into it. I did my first ever Lego stream like super early in the morning here, my time, and Prophet DNA walked into the building. I think he was like my 3rd viewer because most of my community are asleep if I do like a super early stream. And America's asleep as well because it's like 8 a.m. my time is 7 a.m. in the UK, and that's like middle of the night for you guys in Eastern Standard Time. And yeah,
he's 9 hours off you.
He's 9 hours.
9 hours.
So
yeah,
9 o'clock in the morning my time is midnight his time.
Yeah, 3 my time.
And it was Prophet DNA that actually introduced me to all you guys.
Is that how I met you? I was just wondering that myself. Did I come in with Prophet? Because I've been with Prophet for since way back. So
no, it was through Prophet DNA. So Prophet came into my stream, found me, and then I asked if he was a streamer. He said he was. I gave him a shout out. I saw a clip, and then I went into his stream, and I've been enjoying his content ever since. Especially when Mrs. Prophet is in the show as well.
Oh, with the clam hat and then the taco hat and the hot dog hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got. If you guys aren't following Prophet DNA, you need to get over there and check him out. He's a really funny streamer. Yeah. And they're a co-streamer now. I mean, they've got that banter, and it's amazing when you see co-streamers where they really get along like that.
Yeah, no, it is. It's really, really good. I've also got them on the podcast as well. When are they on my podcast? I think not next week, but the week after. Yeah, next week is Grand Admiral Quack, and the week after is Mr. and Mrs. DNA.
Oh, right on. There you go. I'll be here. If not, I'll be watching it on YouTube.
Yeah. Well, hopefully I'll be able to get it out fast enough. I got a little backlog at the moment on YouTube, but I've nearly cleared it up. So, how has Twitch impacted your social life?
It gave me one.
It gave you a social life.
It quite frankly did. I mean, I don't want to get too much into it, but I've been living single for 10 years. I've really been kind of antisocial. And then COVID too was, that was a big part of not having any interaction. All of a sudden Twitch came along and I just, for the first time, my life was popular. And there was a place where age and gender and race and all that didn't matter, and it was just bantering with people in chat. And I found, all modesty aside, I'm pretty good at it, and I enjoyed it and made a lot of friends, and that was that. All of a sudden I had a social life, and then it did really kind of take over. And I've really the last month or two, since the weather started getting nicer, I've started to really try and figure out how to extract myself to a certain extent. I talked about that earlier. I'm much better at lurking now. It's easy to get really deeply involved with this community because there's so many fantastic people here. And I'm not saying I'm not going to be involved with them anymore, but I need to take a break from it. I need more time away.
Well, yeah, it is important as a streamer to step away from everything and give yourself some time to be yourself and not deal with all the aspects and just take some me time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and watch your favorite TV shows and enjoy the content you love and enjoy. Like, I still need to see the 3rd episode of Obi-Wan that came out yesterday.
Yeah, me too.
I've not seen it yet. I'm going to watch it tomorrow morning. I can't wait. But that's amazing, man. That Twitch is giving you a social life. Like, I'm really digging that.
But I don't think you understand the depth of what I'm saying here. It didn't just give me like you guys. It gave me real life friends. I have 3 people new in life, like real life friends that I hang out with now. Like that's immeasurable, man. That's not just an online community. That's real life friends that I do shit with, and that's huge. And then I met these people that are like me, grown guys with a house full of Lego because of Twitch. That is immeasurable.
Yeah, no, that's yeah. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
Talking about testing time. sorry, talking about testing time here.
No, I mean the fact that it's done that is fantastic. I mean, it's done it for me as well, but just not on the same scale because I'm in a different country to everyone. I don't know a single person who lives in Denmark that comes to my Twitch channel or is in my Discord. Everyone is in the States or the UK and Australia. Like people from all over. Just no one lives in Scandinavia. No one lives in Denmark. So Twitch has been phenomenal for me in terms of making more friends. Even though the likelihood of me meeting these people is not high, I still think of these people as my friends.
Yep.
So yeah, no,
it's amazing the attachment you can get to people whose faces you've never seen.
Yeah, no, it's mad, isn't it? It's so mad, like how. Yeah, I don't even know how to comprehend the words that I want to say to convey what I'm. Yeah, I just don't know how to say it. Like you do, like for example, Disney in the building. What's going on, Disney? How we doing? But like everyone that I see in chat right now, like Disney, you Lucky, Tomo, Dragon Goddess, John Stroop. I would say Testing Time Man, but it's like. It's where I see you, bro. It's where I see you, dude. Ray, like all these amazing people that I see, and you become so attached to these people coming through, and the like building on this friendship foundation that you created on Twitch, and just building and building and building on it. And yeah, the attachment is next level. And I love you too, Disney. And Shriek as well. Shriek in the building. What's going on, bro? How you doing? Welcome in. Love you too as well, Shriek. You big dining room table lovers. That's right. I hope Stitch is okay. Disney. I hope all is well there. I want to know, you know how, I don't know, but YouTube is starting to take off, yeah? In quite a big way. In terms of
you can say that
in terms of live streaming, and more and more content creators are starting to move over to the platform, and a lot of them are big streamers names. Like you've got Tim the Tatman is now moved over there, and he brings a lot of following over to the platform as well, and a lot more. However, I don't feel that they are catering to the smaller content creators over on that platform. So do you think Twitch is going to stay the meta for live streaming? Do you think it's going to be the number one platform like it is now, or do you think YouTube in a couple of years time is going to iron everything out that they need to and are going to become the ultimate platform? Because you can put shorts on there, you can post your longer form content, and you can also live stream on there, so it's all in one place. Do you think that it's going to be the number one platform, or do you think Twitch is going to continue to dominate everything?
Honestly, I don't know that much about YouTube myself, but if you're saying all that, it seems to me like it could be. I mean, who's to say where anyone's going to go in 5 years? You know, Twitch might change their model too. Oh, I thought you were waving at me. Sorry. No, you know, Twitch may change their model too, so it's hard to say. For me right now, I haven't looked at getting into YouTube, but I'm realizing that a lot of people, not only they're not just live streaming there, but what you're saying, you know, how you get everything there. They're posting their VODs from here or clips from their VODs to YouTube, and it seems to me, that perhaps that a place where you have everything together may ultimately win out.
Yeah, I mean, they've already implemented raids. So now you can raid other streamers on YouTube. They have implemented gifted subs on YouTube. There's something else I want to get into about YouTube as well. But I mean, the more and more that they're doing, it seems like they're looking at what Twitch is doing, and it's becoming a stronger and stronger platform for streamers to go to, because you can have everything under one roof. So you can have your long form, your short form, and your live streams all on one channel, rather than having to broadcast on Twitch, then make short form content for YouTube and long form content for YouTube. It's just all there in one go. So I mean, if they start catering to the smaller content creator, I think it's going to become the meta platform. I think it's going to become the number one platform for content creation, full stop. I really do. It's not like you can even say now that Twitch really caters to the small content creator themselves. You know, we're not the ones they're concerned about. You know, they got the big streamers aren't in arts and crafts. It seems they're all the big game streams. I doubt they're all that concerned about what we're doing in our streams. No, they're not. I mean, when we're bringing in Twitch money, it's on such a minute scale in compared to people like XQC and people like that who are bringing in thousands and thousands and thousands a week in terms of revenue. But I will say this about Twitch is they have an area on their front page now which is called smaller streamers you might enjoy. Smaller communities, sorry, not streamers, smaller communities you might enjoy. And there's streamers on there that I've got like 15 to 20 people. And I recently discovered this like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I never knew it was a thing, but it's on the front page. That's interesting. That's cool. It is quite good that they've brought this, but you do have to scroll down a bit. You know what I'm saying? It's not the pinwheel at the top that you can rotate around. But also, YouTube do something which is really, really interesting. I don't know if you know about this or not, but YouTube actually allow the streamer to dictate how much a subscription costs to his channel. So really? YouTube take their cut, as do Twitch, but YouTube's subscription revenue share is 70% to the streamer and 30% to YouTube. So you can charge you could charge $1, for a subscription to your YouTube channel for your live streams if you get that far as being able to monetize your content there, and charge people $1. So then people subscribe to your channel for $1, you make 70 cents, YouTube makes 30 cents. And that's per month? But yeah, it's like Twitch. Like you can subscribe to a channel and then unsubscribe if you want to at any point to not continue the sub streak. But yeah. So is it set up in that like you have to like reach an affiliate level first? You have to meet, whatever metrics they set up until you get to that point? Yeah, exactly. It is. Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. You have to meet a criteria. So in order to get your YouTube content monetized, from what I understand, you need to have I think it's 1,000 subscribers on your channel, and you need to have 4,000 hours watched in a month to be put into the YouTube monetization category. So where you start earning ad revenue and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's definitely a step up from what you're getting on Twitch, or what our community's getting on Twitch, for sure. Yeah. I mean, the fact that they're splitting their revenue the way they are doing, but then again, the criteria for getting your content monetized on YouTube is, in my opinion, a hell of a lot harder than it is on Twitch. A hell of a lot harder. Yeah.
Like, you could create, as a Twitch streamer, as a brand new Twitch streamer, you could create 3 or 4 accounts, put them all on you, like log in one on your phone, one on your tablet, and one on a laptop, stream from your PC or PS4 or whatever, put those 3 devices on your channel, stream for 3 hours a day, 3 days a week, and you'll get affiliate within a month, your first month of streaming. But you can't do that with YouTube. It's impossible. Yeah, I mean,
it was very easy to get affiliate in the Lego community on Twitch. It was very easy. Well, I mean, the support the community shows to new streamers, and you've seen it yourself. Oh, so-and-so, hey, Philly's here. Here's an example of a streamer who was in, I forget where it was. I was in a stream, and she was there, and she had 40 followers, and I hopped on, because she was in the community. I hopped on her, looked at her, so she had 40 followers. She's a streamer. Okay, so I gave her one, helped her get to 50. And she's a gamer. She plays with Angel with No Halo, and she plays with that group of ladies that are on the train tonight, another train. And I gave her a follow. She came back into chat. She says, whoa, you just gave me number 41. I'm down to single digits before 50 now. And I said, well, I'll show you out later in my stream, and I'll get you to 50. So that night in my stream, I said, hey, I just met someone today. She's trying to get to affiliates, shouted her out, and she hit 50 that night. And, she got the other metrics, and she became affiliate, but she was super appreciative of that. And that's what I'm talking about, the community. As soon as we know there's someone trying to get affiliate, we're going to jump on them and help them now. That's what I experienced, too. That's what I experienced. And that seems to be what everyone coming into the Lego community is experiencing right away. And she wasn't in the Lego community. She's a gamer. She came in as a gamer, and I met her through a gaming channel. So that's just the support we see for people reaching affiliate now. From what you're saying, that's not the experience in YouTube.
No, YouTube, you have to earn that. You have to earn that right on YouTube, 100%. If you're and there's that much content on YouTube that it is really difficult. It is really difficult. I mean, I feel blessed that I have 120 subscribers on my channel.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to you there.
I appreciate that, man. But yeah,
I only have 2 subscribers. No, 3. I have 3 people I'm subscribed to on YouTube, and you're one of the 3.
Thanks, man.
And they're all resulting from Twitch. The other 2 are both from Twitch as well. So it's just telling of this community.
Well, I mean, that brings me on to another point about social media, and this is something I speak to everyone about. The unfortunate thing is you haven't delved into it yet. But I will say this. I will say this to you. After streaming for over a year and having social media channels for over a year, I have noticed that it's Twitch that has grown my social media, not social media that has grown my Twitch. So the only platform that has ever shed light on my channel is Hover. But that's going down a whole different rabbit hole talking about Hover. But basically, that's the only channel that's ever shed light. That's the only external social media that's ever brought people over to my channel. Never once have I had someone come in and go, "Oh, I saw your tweet," or "I saw your Instagram," or "I saw your XYZ onto my live stream." It's only ever been this one app called Hover. And Hover is just a platform that is for everybody. Every content creator goes to this app and puts their content out there, and it's full of content creators and nothing but content creators, which kind of makes you a little bit dubious as to is this person following me because they want me to follow them, and it kind of brings this follow for follow sort of platform. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'd love to get more into that if you ever decide to go down that rabbit hole, man. That's definitely
For
something
sure.
that you need to get into.
And I've recently had my eyes open to the fact that I must do this. As much as I'm reluctant to get into social media, I was in Facebook back today. I actually closed my Facebook account. It's still there. I have one that closed it in like 2010 was when I last used it. So I didn't cancel it or clear it. It's still there, but I'm not going to use that one again. So yeah, I won't go to Facebook either. I won't go to Facebook. But yeah, I've got to get involved in some and get cross whatever going on. For sure.
Yeah, I mean, social media is great, but I would really look at it like you're growing an audience for that platform as opposed to growing an audience to bring to your live streams, because you'll find that your social media will grow because of your Twitch channel rather than your Twitch channel growing because of your social media. Or at least that's the experience I've had and the experience of everyone else that I've had on this podcast.
Well, that would be fine because I would be doing it to augment Twitch anyhow. I mean, it wouldn't be the other way around. I mean, this is primarily where I'm going to spend my time. I mean, as far as I know right now, like I understand there's people streaming on Instagram too.
Yeah, people stream on it. What advice would you have to give to someone starting to stream?
Dead air is a dead stream. It's that simple. You're not talking, your stream's dead.
Yeah.
As far as setup and whatnot, I can't give you any advice on that. Go with OBS, don't go with slobs. But everyone's setup is their own, and you're going to learn through baby steps how to get your redeems and sound alerts and blah 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 all that other stuff. You're going to learn that time. Don't stress over that stuff. But as far as what you're doing in stream, just make sure there's always noise. Make sure you're always talking. The chat's going. I don't mean just natter on and on and on like I do, but have something to say. Have something. Try and keep a conversation going, because when you come in a stream and there's no conversation, nobody's talking, people won't stay for it, and people will leave for that because it's really you go for the streamer, and if the streamer is just talking constantly, you'll sit there and listen. Okay, what's he saying? All right, and you don't leave, and you tend to retain people. I find if you're always talking.
Yeah.
Breathe.
I'm always more attracted to stay in someone's stream if they're talking rather than being sat there not saying a thing.
For sure.
Like if you type in someone's chat and they're so focused in on the game or whatever it is that they're doing that they don't even look at their chat, you will bang on the money with it. I would also look at how often you're streaming, how long you're streaming for, and what you're streaming. So whilst there's nothing wrong with wanting to stream, say, for example, Warzone, while there's nothing wrong with playing Warzone, it is going to be a super, super, super hard category to build a community in because it is so oversaturated. So you definitely need to prepare yourself depending on what it is you're going to be playing. I can't, the room's spinning a little. Fair enough. So yeah, don't jump in and think you go live and your chat explodes, because that's not how it happens. It takes time, it takes effort, and it takes dedication and discipline in order to grow a stream and a channel, in my opinion. Would you agree?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's not going to happen overnight.
No. I mean, I've been at this streaming stuff for a year and a half, and this is where I'm at right now with my stream.
I've been at Twitch not even that long.
Yeah,
you're much more further in than I am along this. I'm just in my 5th month. I'm still. I mean, I look up to you, and I look at the sophistication of what you're doing on your stream. It's like, yeah, somebody will know how to do all that stuff. And you guys may not know this, but PJ's the one who got me introduced to Mix It Up Pod. And he got me using that. I've got that not all figured out, but I've got that in place doing a lot of things. And Mix It Up Pod's fantastic. So he's been a help with my stream right from the start. And, thanks to him for that. And then again, asking me to come on here, absolutely, I would love to do this. So yeah, PJ's been great.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that, dude. I'm glad you're feeling Mix It Up. Mix It Up is just next level. I love Mix It Up so much. Yep,
love it.
It allows me to the freedom it gives you and creativity it can give you with channel points is just unreal. like my my Jedi Master and my Sith Lord channel point redemption is all done through Mix It Up. And if you redeem it, you have a chance of becoming the Jedi Master or the Sith Lord of my chat. And you retain that title until someone else takes it from you. Yeah,
does that look like I'm holding a lightsaber?
Is that what? Sorry?
Does that look like I'm holding a lightsaber the way that sun's shining in on me there?
I mean, yeah, it's like a strong ass beam of light that's
it is. It's
going right across you.
Right there. So I'm staying out of it.
It's that sunny where you are right now. It's like pitch black here.
Well, I'm facing west, right? The sun's going to be down in another hour, I'd say. Yeah, that's time zones, right?
Yeah, it's mad. There. That's mad.
Yeah, you're what? You're 1:30 in the morning there. Yeah.
Nearly 12:30.
So yeah, sorry, 12:30. Yeah, I'm an hour off here. Yeah, 12:30, but still, yeah, it's dinner time here for me. Yeah, I'm not usually streaming this time of day, so I don't experience the sun doing that. And I'm unfortunately where I sit right here is right in the line of sun. So it is what it is.
Oh, thanks for the kind words, you lucky man. So
yeah, I'm looking at it, seeing that too.
It does look like he's about to chop your head off. Like very gone. But yeah, so I want to know how do you pick your moderators? So how have you picked who would be a moderator on your channel? What process did you go through to decide on this?
Well, I tripped and I stumbled and I messed that right up. That's how I did that. No, I had a moderator team right in the beginning, and I took one of those mods and I turned him into a VIP, thinking that would be a gesture, which was taken the wrong way. And then since that relationship is just gone, and that person, I lost one of the best mods in Twitch out there. I'm not going to say who it is; it doesn't matter. But they're a really good mod, and they're not in my channel anymore. And Dragon was there from the beginning. She was one of my original mods, and she's been there from the start. And I'm not sure how or when Lego Puckboy came in, but he came in and has been a diehard. He's been there for me. I always have one of the two of them there all the time. Seems I've never been without a mod between the two of them. And then I have others that volunteered, and I couldn't say no. So, but as for finding mods, I still would like to find one more mod that's further west. I need people west because I'm on at night with my night shift. And it's not that I have any problems with my current mods, but just one more to take the weight off of it. Okay. But mods are all people that I've pretty much known in chat or in the community for a while that I already trust. Is how it works out, quite simply.
So you get to know them, they're trustworthy. They know how your stream works and the flow of it, that kind of thing.
Well, with Dragon, it was odd because she was a mod already in other channels and has been like in other online communities before and is much. Are you hearing that lawnmower next door? Because I can close the window if you need me to.
I'm not hearing
She's much more
experienced,
and she taught me much more about modding than I knew myself.
Right, okay. I have been seeing, and this is quite relevant to you because you've touched on this subject twice, I think, tonight. Definitely once. One great way of sort of gaining people as friends is by in like enveloping yourself in people's discords and getting to know that community really, really well and becoming friends with everybody within the community. And then if you decide to go live, you have a higher probability of these people coming to check you out and support you as a content creator because you've made friends within it. It's definitely a good maneuver to make. I mean, that's something a lot of streamers don't talk about when it goes like this. Yeah. I hear what you're saying about emphasis on follow count. It's not a metric, but it's good measurement stick to see if your product is well received. See, Claude, when you're talking about follower count, it's not a metric. It's a good measurement stick to see if your product is well received. I mean, I would love to say that is true. I really would. And don't get me wrong, when you reach milestones and every follower you would get, be it off or on stream, is absolutely phenomenal. But if that person follows you and then never ever comes to your live streams ever again, then ultimately that follow has led to nothing. They've just followed your channel. So I mean, it's one of those. I mean, me and Scotty were talking about this at the beginning of the stream. I'd rather have 50 followers and 50 people in my chat than 5,000 followers and 5 people in my chat.
And I'd never looked at it that way before, but now I completely see what you're talking about. I see that now completely. It's a two-sided sword, a double-edged sword. That is.
Yeah.
You're helping them out at the same time you're giving them an artificial follow.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're leading streamers into what I would consider to be a false sense of growth, because they're getting these follows, but then it never goes beyond that, and ultimately everyone streams to grow a community, or at least I stream to grow a community and make friends with people, and the more people I can make friends with and the bigger we can make this community, the more amazing it becomes.
Sure.
But hitting people with follows and then never going to their channel it's just what's the point? What's the point in following them if you're never going to go to their live stream? As long as your viewership matches your community size. Exactly. I don't stream and I have a lot of followers. See, when I'm chatting to people, when I enter a stream, I don't know if you do this, Scotty, yeah, but when I enter a stream and I go in there and I'm talking with say the streamer, and then someone within that community like starts talking to me, and then I start talking to that other person in their chat, I always, without even this person giving a shout out, I click their name and I check out their profile to see if they're a streamer or not. And if they're not a streamer, then obviously I'm not going to follow them. What's the point in following someone who doesn't stream? But if they are a streamer, then I have a look at their About Me section, which is why I asked if you ever look at the About Me, because that About Me section can give you a lot in terms of insight as to who they are as a streamer. Like, for example, me and you, Lucky, we went roaming around the world of Warzone streamers, like small Warzone streamers, and we were going on their Abouts, and do you know what? They only had one thing on their About Me, which was the donate button. That's the only thing they had on there, was donate. And to me, that just screams that you're just wanting people to give you money. Like, there's no like, hi, I'm this person, this is what my streamer is about, this is a link to this is a link to this. Like, if you go onto my About Me, I have created a lot of panels to try and give you a snapshot when I'm not live as to who I am as a content creator.
Oh yeah, yours is huge. I was looking at it earlier. You got all kinds of things in there.
Yeah.
Mine's still rather sparse.
But then when you see that donate button, that to me just says that all you're interested in that is setting up a donate button for people to give you money. Like, you're not interested in telling people who you are. You're not interested in giving people an insight to what your stream's about or anything like this. You're just like, here's a donate button. I'll take your money, thanks. Whilst there's nothing wrong with having a donate button, obviously every streamer has a donate button, but just having only the donate button is what I'm talking about. And it was quite an eye-opener as to how many people do this and have this one button. And it puts me off from taking it any further within their stream. Like, I'll go into their stream and look at their About Me, and if I just see a donate button, I'll move along. So definitely working on your About Me is something I would recommend as well. Definitely. Sure. Working on my About Me. So yeah, I was going to ask you a question before I had to let my dog out, and this was something that you touched upon, and it's about raid trains. Okay. And I understand the good, I understand the bad, but I want to get your thoughts on it, because I know you've been part of a raid train before. Now, I'd love to know why you decided to take part in a raid train. What was the reason behind wanting to get involved in a raid train? But after that, I kind of want to delve into a couple of my thoughts and opinions on a raid train. So go on, man. What made you want to join this a raid train?
You know, there seem to be a lot of advantages being on a raid train. You're going to get exposure. Mm-hmm. You get to, well, you have an automatic community or somewhat of a community being delivered to you that you know of, because the raid's coming in the start of the stream, and you're going to have people there to stream. So that's good. And I can't come up with any disadvantages to doing it. It just seems to me like a good idea to get people in the community known, and the fact that the ones I'm on are rotating all the time. I'm only on the one I'm on, I think, every 3 weeks, and that's fine with me. I mean, that gets other people in the community. I just think there's a lot of positives to it. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, I did that the first raid train I did. No, not the first. The first raid train I did is where I did my beard blue and shaved it off. That was another time. No, the first one I did of the weekend one that wasn't attached to a charity was when I had the 258 followers or people in my stream in that morning, because of 3 raid trains. 3 raids came in after the one that was part of the raid train. So there was actually 4 for that stream that came in to give me those followers. And that was just a fluke that morning, that boom, they all just chose me in that 2 hours. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I would encourage anyone, if you're a streamer, you can be involved in one. It's a great thing to do. It's a lot of fun. We're actually talking right now about setting up a drag raid train. A drag raid train? Yes, with all the, because I keep joking for the last week, how do I get on this ladies raid train? I want on the ladies raid train. Ladies, how do I get on the ladies raid train? Then I said I can go full Mrs. Doubtfire if you want. And then the joke became, well, why don't we do that? And then that's not a joke. Now it's like, well, why don't we get a bunch of guys to do a drag raid train? Why not? It'll be fun. I'll do it. I've already talked to my girlfriend. She can get me both a dress that will fit me, and she's got a bunch of wigs, so I'm in. I'm okay with wearing silly hats and things and putting on makeup, so whatever, let's do it. Why not?
So how would someone go about getting involved in a raid train?
I don't know how you would do that. I was contacted by the one who runs the Friday night one. That's Andy's Lego out of New Zealand. He contacted me. Hey, you want to be in this train? I said, sure, I'd love to be in it. So I was contacted myself from someone who set one up. But I guess if you wanted to be in one, if you're a known streamer and you know the person running it, just contact them. Hey, I'd like to get in your stream. Like I'd say to the ladies, I want to get in this ladies raid train, but they just keep ignoring me. So
determination is not key in this instance.
The indignation. No, I'm just joking around, of course. No, it's wonderful that we have a ladies raid train. And I noticed that the other week, that the Friday one we did, I thought to myself, hey, it's all guys. Why is it all guys this weekend? It's just the way it had worked out. It was all men. This weekend, I think there's 2 women on the raid train, so that's nice to see that it's getting mixed up. But I would prefer to see a mixed raid train, because it seems that the Lego community, and even, well, maybe not the gaming community quite so much, but it seems to be fairly evenly mixed between the 2 genders, between men and women in crafting. It seems that there's just as many female Lego builders and crafters out there, perhaps more. I mean, absolutely more when you get into some of the areas. I've not met a male crocheter yet, to be fair. I'm sure there are some. But honestly, I don't think I'd be interested in his community as much. No offense. I'm really not there for the crocheting.
So when it comes to these raid trains, it always comes across to me as quite restrictive because you can't end your stream and raid whoever you want to raid. So you can't you've got no freedom in terms of it. I mean, it's great that you're part of something like this where the next streamer raids into you and then you raid onto the next streamer, but it takes away that freedom of raiding into who you want to raid into. So say, for example, you had to raid into the next channel, but the next channel you weren't a fan of, but you still have to raid into that person, and you still have to take your community into that person's stream, even though you're not a fan of that person's stream. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I mean, for me, myself, I've not had that situation, but I can see what you're talking about. And I agree with you about the raids. I treat my raids, I've talked about this before, I like to pay it forward with a raid. And I wouldn't want, I agree. I wouldn't want to do raid trains all the time, because you do have that freedom removed. And I like rarely will I do a raid for me, like into a big stream to get exposure. Usually, and I know a lot of people in the community do this out there. So they'll look for the small stream, someone who's only got 3, 4, 5, a few people in their stream, and bring the raid to them and help, boost their community. And hopefully, and I know with mine, people are going to stick around and talk and hang out for a bit. And I will anyhow, even though we all know it's the conundrum of a raid. So they always, okay, well, hate to raid and run, but I got to go. I got to eat, because every time we raid, we just stream for 5 hours. We're hungry. So we all do that when we raid. But yeah. I prefer myself to pay it forward with a raid and give it to someone smaller than to go to a big one. So no, I wouldn't want to be locked into a raid train all the time, but it is fun to do outside of my own schedule.
Yeah. Okay. The raid trains, they are becoming a lot more popular. I've noticed a lot more popular. And it's just something I've always been quite, because like the growth in popularity, especially in the Lego community, seems to have skyrocketed with these raid trains. And I'm just trying to figure out why is there these raid trains are all of a sudden becoming super popular. Because say for example, like me, I am as involved as I can be with the Lego community. I build Lego on stream and stuff like that, but all these people that are holding these raid trains, I don't know them. Like I've never seen them. I've never spoken to them before. I don't know who they are. So like, it almost feels like not the opposite to included. What's the opposite to included? It almost feels like exclusion, because I know you and I know like another streamer called Fireheart and stuff like that, and she's on Lego raid trains, and I see all these people doing it, but I can't get involved in that. But yeah, I'm involved in the Lego community,
Yeah.
And then I know if I'm streaming and you're streaming, and the opportunity for me to raid into you is there, do I raid into you? Even though I know you're doing a Lego raid train, because I know then your next raid is pre-planned, as opposed to taking us on a wild adventure with whoever you decide to raid into next. Or say for example, you have an opportunity to raid into me, but you're on a Lego raid train, so you can't take that opportunity because your pre-planned is next. So you're like, so it's like it's a double-edged knife. Like there's positives to it, I guess, and negatives to it, like there is with everything. But for us who are outside of this bubble, if you will, within the Lego community, like it's just something that is so far out of reach. Because if I've not got involved with this guy yet, chances are I'm probably not gonna, because my time is so minimal with what I can do in terms of Twitch that I spend a lot of it supporting my own community and then supporting the Lego streamers that I can support and their content that I enjoy. So I'm like I hope you understand what I'm trying to say.
No, I get what you're saying. Yeah, so, no, yeah. I like I said, I got asked to be on the one and I accepted, so I guess I was lucky in that. But there's lots of others that go on during the week that I'm not a part of. There's just one of the many that I'm in. It's a mixed bag, I guess.
Yeah,
I've raided into it when I've done. I've raided into the trains when they were charity, because the other week Maple Creature had done the raid for human rights one for the Roe versus Wade thing in the States, and all my streams I did during that week, I had the overlays up and the donation things up. And when I raided into the train, but that was because it was for a charity. So that's a whole different piece, right?
That's a different ball game altogether.
Yeah,
that's not about promoting the next person for the next person. That's about getting your community involved in something positive, which is the charity.
They raised almost $64,000.
Holy shit!
So, yeah, yeah, it's a lot of money.
Yeah, that is no small amount whatsoever.
And in that, because that was all across the arts and crafting community that was involved with that. And in the top 10 single stream donations, 3 of them were Lego, local brick shop, Marvelous Bricks, and Zach M. Rutledge.
Wasn't local not even directly involved with this? He just went and did it on his own.
he went on his own, and he ended up third.
Wow.
Just because it's locals community, and they came forward in a big way, and he put up a lot of like redemption things. If for this dollar amount I'll do this. He's very, very savvy with doing that stuff, and very good at doing that stuff, and great credit to him for what he was able to do, get his community, what he was able to get his community to do in terms of contributing, and they knocked that out of the park. And she mentioned that here's someone from the Lego community that wasn't even associated with the train, that never even received a raid from the train, yet raided into there every time, and was able to do that. So that to me is just astounding, because that was the Lego community that did that. There wasn't a lot of else people from outside there they were making those donations, quite frankly. So very proud of that.
No, absolutely. That is definitely something worth noting, that he was able to do that and he wasn't even part of it. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible.
I mean, in terms of direction with my stream, I'm not sure where I want to go. I've had discussions with people about simply turning on the just chatting and not pretending any further. Maybe just like one stream a week, just doing a just chatting. We don't even have to pretend to work towards Lego. I can just leave it alone and we just talk about movies and music and books. I was thinking about doing reading. I want to start reading on stream, but I've realized that goes way against the terms of service. So I can't do that.
Yeah, the TOS is quite limiting, shall we say. It's one thing that's kind of worried me, and I've started to try and get more and more involved with the drumming community on Twitch. And I've started following a couple of drummers now on Twitch. And I've never understood how they've been able to get partnered when they're playing drums on stream to DMCA tracks. I've never understood.
Get off the VOD?
They might do, but they're still playing copyrighted music on their live broadcast, which is against TOS. And I don't understand how they're able to get around this.
Well, I play copyrighted music on all my broadcasts. I've never got a strike yet because I have clicked off for the VOD.
Yeah, but they're partnered. So this is what I'm saying. A couple of them are partnered, and they're playing DMCA music on their live stream and playing along to it with the drums, which is great. But how have they able to get partner? This is the part I'm not understanding, because it's a break of TOS. It's a breach of TOS. It's quite a weird one, because obviously when I get to the point where I'm able to bring drums to stream, I'm going to be drumming along to tracks. I'm going to have song requests where people can request me to play along with songs and things like that. Like, I've already thought out how I'm going to do this, but I'm not sure how it works, because the track is still playing in the background. I mean, I see Dragon saying it's a derivative because they're playing their version of it, but it's still the correct DMCA song. So it's still, for example, Pharrell Happy. It's still Pharrell Happy that is playing, and he's playing along to that. So it is still Pharrell's lyrics. It's still all of his stuff and things. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I mean, it's definitely not enough to get away with it.
Yeah, thinking about that now. It seems to me that, if you're doing that in a music stream, you've eliminated the value of your VOD. If you have to eliminate the track off your VOD is now useless, because what is the point of a drumming VOD where you can't hear the music you're drumming to? Yeah. So I guess they're not doing that. They must still be able to keep it on the VOD.
No,
you have no VOD.
It's a weird one. It is a super, super weird one, and I need to learn more about it, because if your whole VOD is muted, then you lose the VOD. But then when you're drumming on Twitch, you're drumming on Twitch for the live stream. You're not drumming on Twitch for the VOD.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, you're there to put on a show like it's a gig.
But then what we were saying, like in terms of content, your content, your VOD would be useless.
Yeah, your VOD would be useless, yeah.
So,
but then there's nothing to stop you from recording your live stream direct via OBS, and then your VOD isn't useless.
No. So yeah, I guess they have I don't know. I mean, if they're partnered, that would make you think twice about what they're doing. I can't answer that as a relatively new streamer. I don't know what they would be doing to do that.
No, neither do I. I just find it interesting. I
agree. That is interesting.
How do they get around it?
What you were saying earlier about watching your VODs back, and I meant to mention it then, I forgot all about it, but watching your VODs just to check audio levels is brilliant, because I'd never even thought of that, because that's one of the things as a streamer I struggle with, is, people go, that was so loud, that was so loud, turn that down, and then people are like, I can barely hear the music, and then you turn it back up, and you never really, without listening to it, get a feel for your audio levels, and I never thought of that. Like, I could do it, even like a test stream, and just run through everything.
Yeah,
like a 3-minute test stream, just run through everything and then go back and watch it. And I think I'm going to do that.
I mean, and another good way to do it, rather than running a test stream on Twitch, is you can just record, because all your input audio levels are all exactly the same, whether you're recording or whether you're streaming through OBS.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, you're right. I'm gonna have to do that just to check. Yeah, because I'm always adjusting them up and down. I'm never really sure where they are for anyone.
I mean, I feel I've reached the right level for my stream in terms of audio and alerts and all that kind of stuff. And every now and again, I'll make a slight tweak on something. But for the most part, I'm quite happy with, because I always watch my VODs back. Always watch my VODs back, or listen. I listen to my VODs back, because I tend to do it when I'm at work, when no one's streaming, when there's that dead space for a couple of hours before someone goes live. I have one of those too. Late in the morning, I have one of those where there seems to be nobody on. Early morning here. Yeah. Guys, it's been absolutely monumental having you all with me. Thank you so much for sticking it out till the end. You guys are legendary. So, Scotty, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. You've been absolutely legendary. It's been amazing getting to know you better. Thank you so much for taking the time out to come join us, man. I appreciate it.